Welcome everyone to the Ritz Hotel and to Tesla Effect. Yes, we are playing Tesla Effect, another FMV game. I had a bit of fun on Friday, so I thought I would try another one out. This one is a little bit longer. In fact, it's the longest of the FMVs that I have. I believe it's estimated to be 16 to 17 hours, I believe. So that's quite a few episodes, probably around 35-ish. Depends how I splice them up and depends on how long each section is. But without further ado, let's hop into the Tesla Effect and we shall play. So, casual or gamer, right. So casual mode, whilst using the flashlight, sparkles will appear around objects that can be picked up. This in-game hint system is accessible using cost points. Some puzzles may be skipped from the menu, doing so cost points. Gamer mode, the flashlight will not reveal any sparkle hints. The in-game hint system is inaccessible and puzzles may not be skipped. Points around based... Okay, well we're gonna do gamer because the worst case is if the puzzles aren't skipped and we can't figure them out, I can always go and look and figure out how to do them. So we'll do it on gamer mode. We don't need the stupid sparkle hint stuff because we'll find stuff. We should be perfectly fine. Now the real question is, points are earned based for strength of your investigation skills. So we are detective maestro, because why not? So let's go. We have a name. It's time to play the game.
Where am I? Is this a dream?
Possibly.
Not quite, Murphy.
Then you're the big PI in the sky?
That's right, Murphy. But now is not the time for you to be here. There is a vast and malignant evil at work on the earth, and fate, for some reason that even I cannot fathom, has chosen you to oppose it.
But why me?
I'm no more thrilled about it than you are. Nevertheless, your fate has been decided.
Thank you to the over 7,000 members of the... Yeah, I'm not going to read through that. If you're interested, just pause it and read it. Tex is back. Time for another Tex Murphy adventure. We of course not played any of the previous ones, so this is jumping in the deep end. Tex Murphy adventure. I will say this is a very well made game considering the age of it. I believe it's 2014 this game came out. Quite an old game, but as you can see, very cinematic. Jodie Russell. Shannon and... Yeah, I'm not going to read the names. Although, I really hope this intro isn't too long.
Tex Murphy. I'm a small-time private investigator in the big city of New San Francisco. My office isn't in the glamour districts. It's in the run-down, mutant part of the city, close to Coit Tower. A place they've been refurbishing for years, but it never seems to improve. Not exactly great for business, but it holds a strange attraction for me. I've cracked some pretty big cases over the years. You may even have heard of me. But I don't do much investigating anymore. These days, I'm known for being a man who gets things done, no matter what the cost. You got a job that pays? I'll do it. No questions asked. I can't really remember why I became a PI. Maybe I was drawn to the romance, adventure, and independence it offered. Or maybe because I believed in its code of honor. That a man can remain untarnished as others sink into a cesspool of lies, corruption, and greed. A man better than the world around him.
Am I loving this cup of tea too?
But even a set of principles can slowly slip from your grasp. The world has a way of beating you into submission. Circumstances change. The guilty aren't always punished. Temptations become obsessions, and love can be violently taken, leaving you empty and hollow. Each day, innocence fades, and your character weakens. And that's not all at once, but a piece at a time until you can't be put back together again. You finally realize the only way to get ahead in this world is to make sure you're on the winning side, and then do anything you can to stay alive. I don't know why I'm so reflective tonight. Maybe I finally crossed the Rubicon, but that's not true either. I passed that sign miles back and didn't even pause to take a picture. Maybe I just feel extra guilty tonight for what I'm about to do.
I feel like a remake of this might actually be really good. Just reskin like the street. Like, its
There was
graphics
a
are a
time
little
when I
bit
would have never agreed to do something this despicable. I can't explain why I do this.
yeah,
Maybe Judas would understand.
Yes, it's cat. No, the cat is not following you, don't worry. Just enter the room. And of course, he's a dance instructor as well. Man of many talents. 5 hours later.
I don't care. Drag him into the speeder. Look, the top window. I think we got him. Let's get out of here.
That's quite the headache. And I think we've just been carjacked. Maybe don't try to flash a car in the daylight time.
Hey, you! Over here! Finally! What was all that commotion outside anyway?
Just making friends.
Wowza! You really got a hit on the head. Remember me?
Yep.
Your old pal Huck?
Nope.
Seriously, you look clueless.
Who or what are you?
Geez, how hard did you hit your head? Well, let me
Okay.
reintroduce myself. I'm your smart Alex, your personal assistant, version 1.5, fashioned 3 years ago in a factory with truly horrible working conditions you don't want to know. I'm your trusty, tech-savvy sidekick whose primary functions include travel agent, inventory tracking and analysis, investigative advice, case notes, and I'm also a confidant and a best buddy, you gigantic oaf. Remember?
Not really.
Would you like a tutorial on my usage?
Yes. Yes, we would like a tutorial on your usage.
Activating tutorial mode.
Teach us.
Let's begin. Welcome to the Smart Alex interface. This is
Okay.
where the magic happens.
Ooh.
This button takes you to your inventory. Items you pick up along the way can
Good
be
to know.
viewed and used from here. To take a closer look at an item, select it and then click the Examine icon. The Examine feature often gives
This probably
clues
wasn't
about
Smart's
the item.
idea, was it?
This is your map,
It's
where
very
you can view your
simplistic.
current location or warp to other locales.
Okay.
This icon is our handy-dandy built-in hint system. It will list tasks for each location. This is your flashlight. If you are in a particularly dark environment, you can turn on this flashlight to help you out. If you're playing in casual mode, when the beam of light from the flashlight shines on an object that needs to be picked up, the object will sparkle. This is the look icon. If you want to look at an object without interacting with it, press this icon.
More furniture I don't recognize.
The use icon allows you to interact with an object in the environment. The Smart Alex icon will flash in the corner, confirming an item has been picked up and placed in the inventory. To exit out of the Smart Alex game interface, click on the giant X in the middle. Let's start by picking up an item to add to the inventory.
Okay.
Walk over to the corner shelf and pick up the broken record.
Oh man, my Gene Autry record's broken in two.
Now let's take a look at this new addition in your inventory. Return to the Smart Alex interface and click on the inventory icon. Look, the broken record. Examine the broken record to hear a clue about what to do with it.
Throw it away.
I'll need some glue to repair this broken record.
Exit your inventory by clicking the X in the upper right corner. Let's try picking up another inventory item. Navigate to the desk and pick up the bottle of glue.
I love how it
It's
does it
a
all
bottle of
for
stupid
you, by
glue.
the way.
Now open your inventory again. You now have both the broken record and the bottle of glue. Let's try combining your two inventory items. Select the broken record and drag it to one of the combination slots below.
And then
Now,
glue.
select the glue and drag
Drag
it to the other combination slot.
and click the plus.
I'm experiencing a
Oh,
sensation
no.
altogether new
I
to
don't
me,
see the
and
point in the plus
frankly,
button there.
I love it. Success! You
Unless
have
that's
now
for
created a vinyl record.
Well, I definitely
binding
remember my
novelty.
Gene Autry record. It's my one stability in this crazy world.
Try using the vinyl record on your Victrola player in your office. To use an inventory item, simply point at the target, open the
And click
inventory,
it.
select an item,
Click
and
the
then press
hand.
the Use icon.
I close my
Ah,
eyes
Gene Autry, the
and
singing
dream
cowboy. Nice
of
choice of music.
the
One more thing.
one
To access the pause menu, simply hit Escape. From
Okay.
here, you can save your game, access the main menu, explore the help section, or quit the game. Yep, that's all there is to it. Now let's get back to your actual case.
Thank you. So that was quite the dull tutorial. Okay, so we are in our office. We've just been bonked over the head. We can have a nice little nosy around. I'm not going to read that, but if there's anything you do like, of course, pause it just to
Enigma.
have a little look.
Sounds like the story of my life.
Okay.
This looks interesting. Probably a book on how to... Blue's always useful.
Yes, it is, and this mouse sensitivity is something else. So we're just gonna drop that down a little bit. So let's just go to our input. Mouse sense, drop it to like here. Is that too tight, or is that okay? No, that feels alright. It's a little bit loose, as you can see. My mouse does drop down a little bit when I scroll across, so it's still a bit high, but
Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick. Looks like somebody's
That's
wiped
not
my
bad,
computer clean.
oh great, got rid of our pawn guys.
Ah, the Colonel. He was my first real mentor in the PI business, and here he is giving me a helpful tip.
Okay.
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them.
I always get the chill
Just,
of fear
hold
down
on to
my
it.
spine whenever I think of him.
Okay, what's going on with the wall?
I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall. They look fairly recent, judging from the debris. I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall.
Okay, so I can't look at
Fairly
each one
recent,
separately.
judging from the debris. Who would have done this? Why?
Okay, all I can do is open and close the filing cabinet. Is there actually anything in the filing cabinet that I can take out? Okay, so that's from the holes in the wall.
Book? I bet this sells for pennies on eBay.
Yeah, we're not selling on eBay though, are we? Oh, there's another hole over
I
here.
sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall.
My indispensable water cooler still doesn't have paper cups.
Oh, great. Well, before we head on out,
What on earth is this amount of cash doing in my office? If someone was trying to hire me to do something, probably wasn't legal. I better put this away until I know exactly why it's here.
Yeah, might be a good idea.
On Saturday nights, I push the furniture to the walls and cut loose.
I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall.
Oh boy, the facts. Well, it's another Mike and I Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book rack. My friend Louie runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wallop. I see my credenza is still keeping dust off the floor.
Okay.
Oh, that's new.
Light.
Yeah, it's a picture of pre-World War III San Francisco. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills as a dance instructor. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on...
My old trusty Victrola still seems the same. The Maltese Falcon. I don't remember picking up this little souvenir.
It's my Gene Autry fake book. Whenever I'm feeling low, I can sing the songs of my hero.
Gotcha.
Oh, man, this record's broken in two.
Don't worry, we'll fix it. We've got
my Richie Havens signature guitar signature disappeared. That'll teach me to get an autograph with a dry erase marker.
Well, I don't think there's anything in these, is there? I'm guessing it's exactly like the filing cabinet, just squeaky and annoying.
One of my golf partners, Old Bogey we call him. These are my credentials. They don't just give this to anyone. These are my credentials.
Okay.
They don't just give this to anyone.
My old trusty Victrola still seems the same. Plays my seven.
Salsa dancing is a Murphy family tradition.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, this happened on my first case. I was in the shootout of my life at the warehouse district.
Okay. Oh, we're getting a backstory. Am I meant to do something here?
I took a bullet, and while I was recovering, I swore I was always going to use my brains before brawn.
Okay.
It's one of my business cards, but it looks different. When did I change these?
I don't know. What would I know?
The Big Finish Detective by your Aaron Corners. Finns make the best detectives. Mike Hammer books are great, but I prefer stories about his crazy nephews, Mike and Ike Hammer.
Okay.
Article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history?
Possibly.
No messages on the vid phone.
Oh, that's no good. Okay, I forgot how we got onto the... Hold on, before we do anything.
Oh, my decoder ring. The resort sounds like an upscale condo community. Definitely not something I'm interested in.
Okay, what's in this drawer?
Whoa, this melted chocolate bar's been in here for a while.
Yeah, why are we leaving chocolate?
Chocolate always reminds me of Clint, one of the residents at Chandler Avenue.
Yeah, let's just close that drawer.
This isn't a good time for a social call, pal.
Or not.
If I don't get it fixed soon, I'll go insane. Dory me paso lato.
What do you mean, go insane? Seems to me you're already there.
Exactly.
How do you get lost before I eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours?
Yeah. Which kick was that drawer? I'm pretending we never saw that.
PI rules are for sissies. I've been able to achieve a certain level of success ignoring all the rules of my business.
Okay. Good to know. Anything going on with the couch?
Yeah, more furniture I don't recognize.
Oh, great. You don't recognize the couch. So... it's I. So we need to fix this. As we learned in the tutorial.
I'm experiencing a sensation altogether new to me, and frankly, I love it.
Good. Good for you. To the bedroom!
I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember years ago, I was finishing up the latest Mike and Ike Candy Kids adventure, and I realized I devoured several chapters and it wasn't agreeing with me. I could feel my stomach churning like a volcano, and I realized I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom.
Oh, what? I'll get you, Murphy, if he's the last thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a sore spot in our relationship ever since.
Yeah, I can imagine. Anything else? Yeah, that's a bed. I'll have a look at the bed in a second.
Well, that's new. I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture. Whoa, I've never seen this much money in my life. If this is my money, what were they paying me for?
Yeah.
The government footrest. Picked it up at a government warehouse sale years back. I've never had the nerve to open it all the way. Perfect. All I need is one good night's... And it's a sitting room. And it's a sitting room. Yeah, San Francisco looks way different now. That was from my first jackalope hunt.
Good to know.
Someday, I hope to collect all of the Mike and Ike Hammer comics and place them here. Well, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me.
Okay, but where does it actually go?
The door to my back storage room is locked. That's strange.
What's even more strange is I can see just through the crack. If I just maneuver myself ever so slightly, I can see through. Can I see through here? Oh, this one really is sealed off. Anything going on in the room though? The ceiling, the floor.
What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hard-working down on his luck PI. Am I going crazy here?
Possibly. Well, I don't think we've found
I see my
anything of
credenza
use
is
in
still
here.
keeping dust off the floor.
So I guess we head on out. We've had a little look around. Anything else going on in here? Our hats.
I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall. They look fairly...
These are the fedoras I've collected over the years, and I take great care of them. Hey, one of these has a hole in it. How did that happen?
Yeah, how did that happen?
Old trusty
Hold the door.
sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam!
I accidentally
Hey,
shoot
bam,
one.
bam, bam!
Is that what I can
Bam.
find out?
Bam, bam! Bam! And you!
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know.
Oh my hell. Oh yeah. Now I remember.
Okay. So that's one way to get a hole in your hat. These cans are awful, by the way. Anyway. Anything to look at in here? Nope. Let's head on out. Can I close the door behind me instead of just leaving it open?
It wasn't a horrible dream. There are gun shell casings and a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how? I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion.
Good idea, Tex. Good idea. Oh.
Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea.
She went home because it's late.
That's an empty vial.
Agreed. But is it of any use, perhaps?
Where's he shooting from? Look, the top window. I just shut out our headlight.
I remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway.
I'm no detective, but you need to find a way to get up to the second floor of the electronics shop. You know,
Really?
like a ladder.
Okay, sarcastic game. So we need to find a ladder. Gotcha.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate. Another
Hold
Mike
up.
and Ike Hammer. Candy Cane Confidential.
Crime scene. Do not.
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Citizen Candy Cane.
Ooh.
These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent.
Okay, let's have a little just general roll.
Motor
nosy.
oil, the secret ingredient to Louis' Armageddon blend. It looks like the dumpster escaped unscathed.
Lucky dumpster.
No one knows these back alleys of Chandler quite like me. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this. No one knows these back alleys of Chandler quite like me.
Okay. Oh, we got a casing.
He's up at the window. I think we got him.
Someone was shooting from the top of the electronics shop.
Yeah, I think we
This
established
photo was
that.
taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me? Well, looks like the dumpster escaped. Nice graffiti art.
I've seen better. Right, let's nosy around the area. Now, which way is going to have more stuff in it? Oh!
Mike and Ike Hammer.
Mike
Murder,
and Ike
my
Hammer.
sweet. Yeah, the city of Old San Francisco picks up the trash once a year. I think we're getting close to our date.
I hope we don't miss it.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
Ooh, never come.
Another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll. Okay, I think that's the only thing that's supposed to be in this building. Okay, this is just weird. That's actually kind of trippy. It's one way to block it off though. Anything back here? We can't jump. What's that?
I have no desire to ride that streetcar.
Okay, so we've gone as far as we can this way.
Every few years, someone gets the bright idea that this place should be preserved. Repairs are done for a few months, then the workers disappear when City Hall realizes what type of people really inhabit this place.
I'm not quite sure why I'm going off on this detour up here, but why not? Plus,
my nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, huh?
Aww. Okay. What are we going to discover over here? That is the question. I don't feel like I'm following the usual path of what this game should probably be taking me on, but why not just come over here and check it out? Oh. Going up! And now we take the stairs. Because the shaft doesn't go all the way. There's a joke in there, but we're not gonna make it. So, anything up here? A comic, perhaps? San Francisco Historical Landmark. Open 1933. Height 64 meters, because I'm not doing the 210. Area 6,880 meters squared. Architect style Art Deco. Architect Lily Hitchcock, etc., etc. I'm not going to read them all.
Whoa. I wasn't always nervous about heights until my Under a Killing Moon case. I was trying to break into a luxury high-rise and slipped from the 32nd floor.
That's not a good idea.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I... Whoa!
Did I land on a bouncy castle?
Fortunately, I hit an awning before I hit the ground, but I didn't stop bouncing for about 30 minutes.
Fair enough. Is that seriously the only thing that's up here? Why am I tempted to just walk off the edge and see what happens? You know what? For experimental purposes, we're just going to call it jump. This is pre-jump. and this is where it doesn't actually let me walk off the edge. Goodbye, world!
Well, you're dead. Don't be sad. It's probably the most satisfying ending this case was ever going to have.
Fair enough.